Welcome to SOS Media, your number one source of the latest news, opinions, and in-depth investigations that dig deeper into today's developing stories around the globe. Lisa Van Allen is an American author, public speaker, television personality and one of the key R. Kelly accusers. She is well known for her work on Cowboys and Aliens, Two Guns and True Grit as an additional crew providing the craft services. Lisa Van Allen gained much fame after she came out accusing the king of R&B for misconduct and delinquency with her and a young girl aged 14. Lisa eventually ceaselessly made headlines and news stories in many newspapers, magazines and online. She accused R. Kelly for purportedly coercing and getting involved with her and a 14-year-old girl. Lisa Van Allen was born in 1981 and raised by her parents in the United States. After remaining tight-lipped and restrained for many years, Lisa finally decided to come forward to give her side of justification on R. Kelly's allegations, joining a bunch of women who recounted R. Kelly's alleged misconduct. Lisa's account of events was never consistent at all, forcing people to start doubting the authenticity of her revelations. Nonetheless, she went on and testified against R. Kelly despite the obvious inconsistencies in her story. Just as we thought that R. Kelly's cases couldn't get any bizarre, the conspiracy against him just thickened and became more obvious. It is very unfortunate that Lifetime had not taken a little time to actually check into the characters they presented before the general public in this scam of a production, for Lisa Van Allen would never have been part of the cast team on its surviving R. Kelly docuseries. Ever since Lisa came up to accuse R. Kelly, more interesting facts concerning the Lifetime star actress have kept on emerging. Lisa Van Allen is habitually found leaving out significant details when sharing her alleged experience with R. Kelly. Van Allen has consistently claimed to have met R. Kelly on the set of his music video for Home Alone. She is very silent about Damon Prior, who was also on the set, even though it wouldn't be far-fetched to think that she could have met Damon Prior first given the fact that she is very unreliable. Van Allen endeavors to keep the public believing that she was 17 at the time when she met R. Kelly, when in fact she was actually 18 as the video took place in 1998. Needless to say, Damon Prior also appeared in the Be Careful video with Sparkle in 1998. Sparkle and R. Kelly eventually fell out and, like others, was used to create the false narrative that it was her niece on the controversial R. Kelly tape. According to articles from the first trial, Damon Prior was meant to be a surprise witness to discredit Lisa Van Allen's account of events. However, his testimony was later not really needed after R. Kelly's defense team made its case in showing her true character. Van Allen's testimony, which mainly covered her relationship with R. Kelly and how she ultimately became a witness against him, came under fierce attack by the defense, which contended she wanted money from R. Kelly. After Van Allen spent most of the day on the stand, the prosecution rested. Damon Prior, the surprise defense witness for R. Kelly and former fiancée to prosecution star witness Lisa Van Allen, had implicated Van Allen and two other men in a conspiracy plot against R. Kelly. Prior details the timeline of his relationship with Lisa Van Allen, with whom he has a daughter. Prior revealed that his ex-fiancée was attempting to extort money from R. Kelly along with two other men from Kansas, who were involved in setting the king of R&B up. These were guys in Kansas named Chuck and Keith that Lisa said were trying to put some tapes together on R. Kelly, Prior said, emphasizing that those were the real words Lisa had used. Prior also remembered that the guys had called and he was like, "Who are these guys?" There were several people in contact with Lisa that period. According to Prior, the former couple began dating in 2001 following the end of her relationship with R. Kelly, but the engagement ended in 2006. Prior also revealed that Van Allen stole expensive jewelry from R. Kelly, including a $30,000 watch. Van Allen said that she recognized the girl on the controversial tape from her breasts back then, but all family members refute the statements Van Allen made, stating the girl in question had smaller breasts and she was also on tour in between the US and Europe, in which the group members shared a room. For all this seemingly devastating Lisa testimony, it would be right for one to guess that the prosecution team wished they had never called her. The most viable reason the defense decided against calling Prior to the stand despite his rich testimony was probably because he would have been an even worse witness that would do more damage than good. Apparently Prior was engaging with a cult led by convicted Dr. Malachi York. Prior had unfortunately been accused of falsifying documents to present himself as the son of York and changed his name to Dujua York. Prior gave a deposition in the case against York in which York was sentenced to 123 years, not only for involvement with children but also a RICO charge. The defense witness Damon Prior had arrived in Chicago at the expense of R. Kelly. Once in Chicago, Prior refused to give the prosecution his social security number for a background check to verify he is who he says he is. The judge ultimately refused to allow Prior's testimony without a background check. This scenario brought a sigh of relief on Lisa's face, but unfortunately for her, the truth had already been divulged. According to Prior, he felt obliged to tell the truth about the case, and that was the motivation that brought him forward with the explosive new information. I really think they are trying to railroad him, yet there are people who know the truth but are not speaking up, Prior said, adding that he believed the tape was doctored. The Chuck and Keith theory might sound a bit outrageous when hearing it for the first time, except for the fact that Van Allen admits that she went to R. Kelly in Kansas City with an offer to help him recover a different tape. She added that Merle eventually came to Chicago with that particular tape and they watched it in a hotel room with a handful of R. Kelly's people. Lisa admits that R. Kelly's accountant then gave her and the Kansas Keith $20,000 each and added that the tape has never been seen again. Interestingly though, Van Allen did admit that she walked away with R. Kelly's $20,000 Rolex watch from his hotel room, and when asked about why she had always denied admitting the act, she sarcastically said that that was not the reason why R. Kelly was on trial. Now, for most of the people who have had a chance to watch the controversial tape, mere observation have led them to believe Damon Prior is one of the individuals in the alleged R. Kelly tape. However, he was not the only one. R. Kelly may have had tapes like many men do, however, I believe any woman involved was an adult. It is clear there is a lot of deception when it comes to this alleged tape, and at this point, any such referral to that tape should be inadmissible. Meanwhile, R. Kelly is currently being held at a federal prison in Granville County at the Federal Correctional Institute in Butner. R. Kelly, through her attorney Jennifer Bonjean, appealed both his New York and Illinois sentences, and the appeal processes are currently ongoing. With an articulate lawyer as Bonjean, we hope all the misinterpretations of the law, the injustices that have marred the trials, and the unfaithfulness exhibited by most of the witnesses will bear a bearing in revealing the truth and innocence. We would love to see R. Kelly regain his deserved freedom, get back to the family, and also hope that he gets back to the studio to give us the best of music as he has always done. Thank you for watching today's video brought to you by SOS Media. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of our videos. Also remember to leave your comment about today's topic in the comment section below.